Once upon a time, there was a man with a dream. A dream he pursued and made it a reality. This is day 10, Paronella Park. Morning Beach. There it is. There it is. Off we go for another Queensland adventure. Where are we off to today, Megan?
Paronella Park, but because we've got all day and all night now, I'm just seeing if there's anything else to look at on the way.
Yeah, and it has been raining this morning.
Yeah, a little bit. That's alright.
I'm on vacation every single day, 'cause I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation. If you don't like your life, then you should go and change it.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go.
First up shop, Mum. You're gonna be so proud. Saw some candlesticks you would have liked, Mum, but they were too heavy, so. But I bought a dress, which is probably just as heavy, to be honest with you. $4.50. Megan had showed me some photos of this wondrous place. A European paradise in the middle of tropical Queensland. We were so intrigued that we decided to make it part of our trip. And now, after a couple of days of travelling in the van, we have finally arrived at our destination. A place where a Spanish migrant turned a dream into a reality. I love these kind of bridges. Welcome to Paronella Park. Here we go, we found our site. There's our slab of concrete. I like how we figure out on the last few days about the water. Yeah, we dealt with a smelly sink, not realising you actually have to empty it every stop. Whoops. I am trying the local tea. What's the local tea called, Megan? I forgot.
Oh, look at the size of that scone!
And we are having fancy scones. Because we just want to be fancy in this English paradise out here. It reminds me of a tropical England.
I recommend the boost.
What are you drinking?
Tropical smoothie. Tastes like boost.
The adult fee to enter Paronella Park was $50 each, which gave us free access into the caravan park for the night. Great deal for us, paying the same price as everyone else but having a slab of concrete and a shower block to park the van next to. After our tea and scones before exploring the park, we decided to go on the tour so we could learn all the facts about a man and his dream. While waiting at the tour meeting point, a young girl arrived and introduced herself as our tour guide. When the tour began, her voice deepened, exaggerating her words, making the story of Spanish man Jose Paronella and his dream to build a castle in tropical Queensland come to life. Welcome to Paronella Park. I cannot do the way she spoke. I'll do a deeper voice when she speaks, but I can't do it exactly how she did. It was amazing how she did it, actually.
Jose just loves to serve the entertain, show off what we did in this day.
Every corner we turned, I was in awe. I kept hearing myself go, wow, oh, cool. And as we weaved in and out and through the park, the tour guide told us the story of Jose Paronella. In the northeastern corner of Spain is the province of Catalonia, and on the 26th of February 1887, Jose Paronella was born. He was the youngest of 6 children. 26 years later, and after hearing about Europeans thriving in Australia, Jose decided to try his luck in the land down under. On the 24th of July 1913, Jose arrived in Sydney, where his Australian journey began. After experiencing time as a cane cutter and working the land, Jose soon gathered enough knowledge and skill to buy, improve and resell cane farms. He soon became a wealthy man and decided to finally return home to Spain. He felt it was time to settle down and marry, and he had someone waiting back home for him, Matilda. Before leaving for Australia, there was a family agreement for Jose to marry Matilda, and he promised her he would return when he was a man of substance. But after returning, he found that Matilda was already married, which is when he met her sister Margarita. Now with Margarita, his wife, by his side, they set sail for Australia to find their own piece of paradise. So when returning to Australia, Jose's search for the perfect place to park his dream began, which is when he found the land on the bank of Mena Creek Falls to build his castle. However, the land was not for sale, but with Jose's charm and persuasive ways, the farmer agreed to sell him the section of his farm that Jose had his eyes on, and in the 1930s, the work began. Jose's dream was built from scrap materials, like the discarded rails from the cane fields and timber from abandoned houses. What Jose could never have known was the tragic fact that he was building into his structures basic weaknesses. Years later, these defects would cause much of his work to crumble. The first problem concerned the building materials he took from Mena Creek. In this area, the sand had a very high mica content. By structure, mica has a flat, slippery cleavage plane which bonds very poorly with the burnt limestone of cement. Over a period of time, it allows water to penetrate into the cured concrete, leaching away the cement and weakening the whole structure. The water also caused the steel to rust and consequently to expand, causing internal cracks and breakdown. But with all that said, all that future damage that would occur, This is what makes his structures more wondrous and beautiful, creating an illusion that we are walking through an ancient paradise that has stood the test of time. We entered the ballroom. It reminded me of abbey ruins in England where moss and other plants have found home in the old grey stone. Within the castle ruins hung a disco ball, shimmering in the sunshine. We moved along and continued to learn interesting facts about Jose and his life. But we also learnt some interesting facts about the surrounding plants and animals. One fact that I found interesting was that the Australian Army uniform pattern was inspired by a tree. If you look closely at the kauri pines behind me, you will see the pattern of the Australian Army uniform, the tour guide said enthusiastically. Wow, it does! I have to get a photo of that. We made our way to Jose's cafe and passed a row of what looked like ancient jail cells. These were the changing rooms because Jose, the entrepreneur we all know and love, charged people a small fee to use the change rooms as they were not allowed to enter the cafe in swimwear or soldier's uniform. The tour guide said in her deep dramatic voice, "Reminds me of when we walked around those ancient Roman ruins in Italy, where you could see the spars from 1,000 years ago. This was only from the 30s and 40s. I said, feeling amused.
On the side there, we walk past 10 changing rooms. The reason that is, Jose would not let anyone in the cafe wet or in a military uniform. Make him pay a small fee, let him get changed.
We turned the corner to get a full view of the cafe, where inside people had a brilliant view of the Menor Creek Falls. Then there were concrete steps up to the top with what looked like castle battlements as the barrier, where people could sit, drink tea and view the falls. We are now walking down Lover's Lane. Our Jose was not only an entrepreneur, he was also a romantic and planted these trees to create an avenue for the park's lovers. He made the path wide enough for people to be able to hold hands while walking down the path together. So the pressure is on, people, the tour guide said with a cheeky smile at all the couples. Megan pointed at the older couple in front of us who were holding hands. Oh, so cute. Up to the entrance to a really long, dark, smelly cave with hundreds of little bats flying around inside. This was originally built as a shortcut to Teresa Falls, but Jose decided to turn it into Queensland's first underground aquarium. Unfortunately, the tanks were not strong enough for the pressure and water kept leaking, so his wife Margarita used the dark tunnel to grow mushrooms. Soon enough, 200 bats made it their home, which is how it got the name Tunnel of Love. You see, Margarita had a big fear of bats, and so when it came time to pick the mushrooms, Jose, the wonderful man that he was, held her hand and was by her side as Margarita squealed at the little flying creatures flapping in her face as she picked her mushrooms. It was said back then there were 200 bats living in there, but we have since counted over 2,000. How do you count bats? I thought. The tour ended and we ventured around the park on our own little tour. We walked down an avenue of trees. A bamboo forest. And then over a stone bridge to see Teresa Falls, the smaller waterfall which Jose named after his daughter, Teresa.
Who's that flip-flop over my bridge?
Let's come back out for a play. That's his bridge. But the highlight was the turtle nesting area, where you can find the snapping turtles and fish. We turned the corner and at the river's edge were piles and piles of turtles, all climbing on top of each other to get the food people were throwing, which they purchased from the shop. They weren't just chucking bread rolls and stuff at them. Look at that one. No, I can go off and do stuff doing that. They're waiting for us to throw something at them.
Yeah, look at them, look at us. I can see us. Come looking up at us.
What, where is the... Did it move? Alright. Megan's trying to trick them, pretend that she's got food for
Yeah,
them.
move their heads when I do it. Oh, see?
Sorry guys, there was none left for us to bring down for you.
No, not the plastic.
The little one, Megan.
Fish go.
The little one.
He gets around, doesn't he? Look, neck's behind him sticking out.
What on earth? Oh, that's funny. They're just at the pub enjoying a beer.
Waiting for food to be thrown at him.
They're so cute. Oh, there's three of them.
Next over here.
Three of them,
The
yeah.
next there. The back line. Because they can't get up.
Oh, and up. Bush turkeys arrived.
The turtle's going under. We don't like him. Get away.
That's what they're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah.
I am.
Got somebody in there putting on cheese.
The fish has come take over.
Yeah. Yeah, the fish are fighting for it.
Yes, but where the fish jumped over him before?
Come out and get it.
Here he comes.
He's got it.
Oh, sugar bomb, that was a bad shot.
Put your head up, Tony.
Like that.
No, you pushed me back. Look. We're all getting knocked back. Look at this one coming. No, you knocked all the other ones out.
It's like these rats.
Break that off me, shell.
Right.
Trying to get through, now me getting
Look, it's
stuck.
on top of the other one.
Alright, so we came from that way.
We're going to go back that way and then go down that avenue.
Yep, let's go. Put your hand up if you like the turtles. Anyone out there watching enjoy that turtle experience? Oh! Missed a step.
That's just the river there,
Yeah.
which we go back to.
Where is Megan, I wonder? Where? Ah, there she is. How did you get up there?
Cheers, mate. Remember that.
And we're back here again. Tree, avenue of trees. Oh yes, I can take photos of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful building. And look at that. Just wanted to quickly say that if you are someone that loves nature, plants, architecture, historic places, stories, this place is for you, isn't it, Megan? Because it's absolutely beautiful. I very much recommend it.
Is this what your world looks like when you go onto the leaf?
What leaf?
Like where Elizabeth lives?
Oh yeah, yeah,
In a mini.
definitely inspiration for it for sure. Definitely. Just everywhere you turn, it's just beautiful. How much does it cost to get in here, Megan?
$50.
Each
For 2
person.
years you can come back again.
Yep, and we paid $50 each, so that was $100, and we get what?
Free accommodation.
Yep, well, not accommodation, we get to park our van on the caravan park. So we've been paying about between $30 and $50 for other caravan parks.
Yeah, between 30 and 40 bucks.
So we've paid for our entry and then we get all of this. It's amazing. And we get a night tour tonight, don't forget about that. As we made our way back up to the caravan park, we saw another Ulysses high up in the tree in front of the castle. Such a beautiful sight, and later I actually saw a postcard that had that exact picture on it. It was 3D'd of the castle, but with a Ulysses butterfly in the corner. It was just a beautiful, beautiful postcard, and I wish I bought it now. Ugh, never mind. They always say that you regret the things you didn't do rather than the things you did, and now I am regretting not buying that postcard. Never mind. What would you do with it anyway, Kelly? Seriously. And guess what I found in the gift shop? Ulysses True Blue Tea. Your mum will be so happy for me finding this, Megan, I said proudly. My videos, photos, and what I have said in today's episode cannot reveal the true beauty of this place. Paronella Park is seriously what Jose dreamed it would be, a European paradise within tropical Queensland. Jose Paronella is a true inspiration. and proof that if you have a vision and you work hard, stay determined and confident and believe in your dreams, it can come true. People once laughed at Jose Paronella, calling him the mad Spanish man down the road or something along those lines, but they weren't laughing when his work was complete and his vision had come to life in the physical world for everyone to see and to enjoy. Enjoying our last night in the van before we head off to the light show.
7:40.
Oh, off we go for the night show. This is going to be Disco Inferno. Yeah. Oh, yes. I wonder where it is actually.
We just have to go to the same spot and wait.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I wonder where the actual.
Well, I reckon where those grey chairs are.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But then the disco ball came to mind.
Maybe they walk you around though.
Open wide. Let me have a look.
How do you turn it on?
Push the back of it, dumbass. The fucking bum of it.
Oh yeah.
We're quick enough.
That Aussie guy. The one that does terrible Aussie shows.
Yeah.
Enjoy the show. Thanks, Andy.
The man presenting the night show told us when Cyclone Larry hit Paronella Park back in 2006, a tree fell onto one of the castle walls. Unfortunately, we were unable to restore it and so demolished it into smaller pieces. Each and every one of you get to take home a piece of Jose's castle. Yay! The crowd cheered enthusiastically. A special gift for you that saves us a dumping fee, the host said, laughing. We all joined him with his laughs, and the lady next to me found it really funny as she kept laughing into his next 3 sentences. I opened the little pink bag with a piece of the castle inside and a little note. For you. This is an actual piece of Jose Paronella's castle. It was hand-mixed by Jose in 1930 and came down in Cyclone Larry in 2006. We hope this piece of castle reminds you to follow your dreams, just like Jose did. Hello, Brittany. Later, while I was pottering around in the van, Megan came running back from the toilet shouting, "Cal, come up the hill! The lunar eclipse is happening and the nice man up there let me look through his binoculars and you can see the craters on the moon." Wow, I feel like I'm floating around in outer space when I look through these, I said when the nice man who reminded me of a 70-year-old version of Hugh Jackman let me have a turn with the binoculars. Like the turtles in the nesting bay, we stuck out our necks with our faces facing the moon and waited patiently for the second show of the night.
Isn't it weird how everyone can see the same thing at the same time?
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
The colour's getting brighter, yeah?
It is. The orange is the browny orange is actually brighter.
Oh,
There it goes.
Lots of tiny bats appeared and flew over the now half-shadowed Luna, peering out from behind the clouds, like a scene from a vampire movie. "There go the bats from the Tunnel of Love," Hugh Jackman said, laughing. Hugh Jackman also told us about a place somewhere in Queensland where there's lots of different dinosaur footprints fossilised into a huge rock. They say it was a stampede of dinosaurs running away from something. "Wow," I said. "That would be amazing to see." "What's it called?" Megan asked, enthusiastically opening up Google on her phone. We soon found it was a 9 to 10 hour drive away and started to plan our next trip, the Walking with Dinosaurs adventure. Megan being a huge fan of dinosaurs, and let's be honest, so am I, we thought this was a pretty cool idea, to travel about looking for anything dinosaur related in Australia.
Where that is, I've got models in the surround. You walk around, those models of dinosaurs running, the old little ones that ran all the time, and you can go in there and you've got time and stuff. Those volunteers train you up to clean up the bones and stuff. Very interesting. It looks like a picture of Mars now.
Yeah, it does.
Getting close. Just looks like an eyeball. Yeah, oh yeah, you can get rid of that light down there, would be great.
We stood and glared at the moon that was almost covered in the eclipse shadow, except the tiny bit of glow to the left of the round ball. "It looks like an eyeball," Hugh said. "Oh yeah, it does." We watched and watched until a thick, dark, mountain-sized cloud ended the show. Oh. We returned to the van and heated up our microwaved meals. Megan enjoying her last van meal? Under an eclipse. This is so yummy.
And for dessert, we have
Cocoa
Cocoa Pops Gay time.
I hate when I do that.
What did you do? Oh.
Hello.
Night, Megan.
Bitch.
Enjoy your last sleep in the beautiful van.
Yeah.
So, that is the end of our day exploring Paronella Park. And we are fortunate enough to spend a night and then another morning in the place where one man's dream came true. What an inspiration. If you are someone who is doubting yourself and ready to give up on your goal, whether it be big or small, think of Jose, the man with pure determination, the man who made it happen. If you are still on this journey with us, please join us next time where we experience Josephine Falls. More like Megan Falls, and more than once. I thought I was absolutely hilarious when I thought of that. Terrible, aren't I? Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time, or you'll see us make an absolute fool of ourselves. See ya!